All right, let's dive in. We're talking about situations where, failure is just not an option.
Hmm.
Think data centers,
Yeah.
critical storage.
Places where a simple leak can be completely catastrophic.
Exactly. And a normal spot sensor. It just doesn't cut it.
Hmm.
So our mission for this deep dive is to really get into the NTI E-TLD-10. It's a tape-style liquid detector.
Right.
We want to understand how it goes beyond just a simple beeping alarm to something truly dependable.
And we're really digging into the technical specs to figure out where that dependability comes from. It's not just about finding a puddle.
It's about trusting the system itself is working.
Precisely. It's about knowing the sensor is online and ready all the time.
Okay, so that brings up the first question. What exactly makes this a tape-style detector? I mean, what's the real advantage of that design?
Well, the tape part is the whole innovation here. Instead of one single point, you get this continuous line of detection.
A whole perimeter.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically a self-adhesive tape.
Uh-huh.
And embedded inside are these resilient copper fiber electrodes.
Okay, and those are the actual sensors.
That's right. And it's all protected by this durable netted cover. But the key thing to remember is that it's engineered specifically for conductive liquids.
Ah, so that's a vital distinction. It's looking for water, coolant, things that carry a charge.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to get tripped up by, say, dust or humidity, but it also won't spot an oil spill.
Exactly. It makes its industrial application very narrow, but also very, very effective.
And when it does find that liquid, what kind of precision are we talking about?
This is where it gets pretty staggering, actually. The minimum puddle it can register is just 0.125 inches.
Wait, that's, what, 3 millimeters?
3 millimeters. So it alerts you to a tiny bit of seepage long before it can ever become a destructive flood.
That's incredible. But here's where my mind goes, reliability. How robust is that tape when you're running, 100 feet of it under pipes or across a factory floor?
And that is the million-dollar question. The scalability is supported by its best feature, a continuous tape integrity self-check.
The self-check, so it's monitoring itself.
Constantly. It's not just sitting there waiting for a leak. It's actively scanning its own copper fibers to make sure they haven't been cut or damaged.
So if someone accidentally severs the tape,
Yeah.
you know immediately.
You know immediately, long before you'd ever need it for a leak. It guarantees your detection net is never down without you knowing.
I'm guessing that kind of self-auditing function needs a specific power setup, right?
It does. The draw is pretty modest, just 60 mA at 12 VDC, but you have to power it with one of NTI's specified units.
Yeah.
The E2D, 5D, or 16D models.
And why is that?
Because those units aren't just dumb power supplies, they contain the actual electronics needed to run that continuous self-check and then report the status back to you.
Ah, I see. So the system is all integrated. That connects the dots on the costs then. The 10-foot unit starts around $550.
That's right.
But to cover that really critical ground, the 100-foot model is over $2,500.
It is, yeah, $2,555. But you're paying for that granular 3 millimeter precision paired with the certainty that the system is always watching itself.
And I see it comes with a 2-year warranty and a 15-day trial, which shows a lot of confidence in the product.
It does.
So the big takeaway here seems to be that when the stakes get really high, a simple alarm just isn't enough. You need a proactive surveillance system.
A system that checks its own readiness. It's the difference between hoping your detector works and knowing that it works.
Exactly.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought to mull over. Given that this system relies on conductivity and is constantly monitoring its own integrity, what other crucial infrastructure, beyond the basic server rooms, would you prioritize protecting with something this reliable?
Like specialized labs or something.
Maybe. Or pressurized industrial facilities. It really makes you think about where that constant electronic vigilance becomes truly non-negotiable.